Hi, everyone, and thank you for waking up with us on this Monday morning. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Bedell, and we're just getting started with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. New this morning, firefighters are investigating a possible gas leak or a heater malfunction at a West Fargo business. It happened at Keystone Automotive on the city's north side around 2 a.m.
One person was in the building at the time and said he smelled fuel and got dizzy, but he's expected to be okay. Also new this morning, a Jamestown man is facing a number of criminal charges after police say he led them on an hour-long chase. Police tried pulling over Cody Deese, who they say has active warrants.
The pursuit started in Jamestown around midnight and then went out of town on I-94 and a number of highways before his vehicle was stopped in town using some spike strips. Deese was arrested for reckless driving, reckless endangerment, driving under suspension, possession of methamphetamine, and 3 Stutsman County warrants. The latest storm did in a lot of fire hydrants around the FM area, and fire crews could use your help shoveling them out. In many neighborhoods, the fire hydrants are now completely covered with snow, and sometimes only the taller fire hydrant signs let fire crews know where their water source is.
But a lot of neighborhoods don't have those posts next to their hydrants, so homeowners are helping firefighters and possibly themselves by shoveling snow away from the hydrants and exposing the water hookups. It's important because the time it takes to clear access to a fire plug during an emergency could make a big difference in saving your house if it's burning. There's a post on Fargo's Fire Facebook page of a firefighter clearing snow to get to a hydrant. It took 2.5 minutes to shovel it out and hook up a hose, but only 30 seconds to hook up with a hydrant already cleared of snow. And if you can, they're also asking you to clear away snow 3 feet in all directions and all the way to the street.
Another thing firefighters suggest you check after this weekend storm is your egress window, which is used for escape and rescue from the lower levels of homes. And again, it's all about the time it would take to find that window, shovel the snow out of the way to potentially save someone trapped inside. The same goes for doors that might now be blocked because of snow drifts.
8 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our storm team forecast. And luckily, it sounds like we have a quiet day, Lisa, to do a little more cleaning out.
Yeah, there's plenty of cleanup still yet to do here, and we're seeing some great conditions ahead of us. You can see that sunrise in progress behind me on our hourly planner here, and it's an hour later. Remember, we have daylight saving time now, so that sunrise and sunset shifted an hour later now, so a little darker wait out at the bus stop this morning. Temperatures will be on their way up into the 20s for this afternoon, but we are starting off on a frigid note, and some of us dealing with some fog too. Dense fog this morning. 0 is your visibility right now in Elbow Lake. We're at a 1/4 mile in Fergus Falls and up toward Langdon, a 1/4 mile too. Then there are places where we're doing just fine, and we've got some pretty good visibility as we just saw in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Grand Forks too, you're looking pretty good. The wind is pretty quiet. We are looking at a lot of calm conditions on the map, and our temperatures, again, a bit chilly this morning. It's 5 below in Fargo, 9 below in Grand Forks, and 11 below in Fosston and in Crookston. There are some places that are above the 0-degree mark, but it is a little cold out there. Once that sun comes up, we'll really start to warm things up pretty quickly today. So clear skies, quiet conditions right now, not only in the valley, but beyond. And it's going to be a little bit, but we will see that storm system move in. And here's a look at our timeline for this storm. We are looking at this starting up, especially later on Wednesday and into the day and into the overnight hours on Thursday. And hazards with this one, not only the heavy snow once again, there's a lot of moisture with this one as well, but we're also looking at some very strong, intense winds, 50 miles per hour or more, and a warmer system too. So there's going to be the potential for rain and even freezing rain and, of course, that heavy snow. So it could end up being quite a mess here midweek. What we don't know yet is if that track was not quite certain just yet. We don't have the details on that for you and where that location, as a result of where that track is, of the heaviest snow will be. But keep in mind, we're looking at another big one affecting us this week. We quiet things down on Friday and cool things down once again as well. Let's check in now with Al.
Morning, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. We're back out here checking things out on the Metro Interstate Loop. Traffic seems to be flowing pretty darn well this morning on both I-94 and I-29, and it's getting pretty busy out here as well. I've been meaning to mention this. Lisa's been talking about some light patchy fog in the area, and I've seen some evidence of that as well. It's not impacting traffic in any way, shape, or form. Just one of those other things that's out there for you to deal with this morning. Road surface on I-29 and I-94, both in pretty darn good shape. Some of the ramps have a little compacted snow and ice and somewhat slippery, and there are some visibility issues on some of these ramps as well. The one on Vets Boulevard, for example, you really have to be careful, and that's because of the tall snowbanks. Traffic's backing up on northbound Vets Boulevard, by the way, as you get close to Interstate 94. All kinds of activity on Cheyenne Street in West Fargo. 45th Street's pretty darn busy as well. We have a stalled car southbound Interstate 29. Just south of 12th Avenue lights. No lights, no flashers. Make sure you are looking out for that. Drive extra carefully this morning, particularly at those intersections and those high snowbanks. Willamette Valley today traffic.
A U.S. Olympian, three-time world champion, and Minnesota native has died at the age of 23. Track cyclist Kelly Catlin helped the U.S. women's pursuit team win the silver medal at the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Games. She died Friday in her California home.
Catlin's father says his daughter took her own life. She was born and raised near Minneapolis and rose to prominence on the track as a member of the U.S. national team. There's some major cleanup going on at 5 Fargo-Moorhead businesses after their roofs caved in under the weight of heavy snow. The latest one was around 8 last night at Northern Plains Steel Company in North Fargo. Officials say one person was in the building at the time but was not hurt.
Earlier in the day, part of the roof at St. Francis Church in North Moorhead collapsed. Services had been canceled yesterday, so there was no one inside the building. Church members say there would likely have been a lot of people in the area had masses not been canceled. The other cave-ins happened at the Trail King and Corman Railroad services, both in West Fargo, and at Matt's Automotive in Moorhead.
After all of that, officials are urging people to start taking precautions to clear snow off the tops of buildings before the next storm hits. And there was another building collapse out in Ottertail County. Check out these pictures. Perham fire officials say part of Tuffy's pet food plant caved in.
They say there is significant damage, although there's no word yet on the full extent of the damage. There were people inside the factory at the time of the collapse, but no one was hurt. Authorities suspect the heavy snow was a factor, but they are still investigating. Good luck finding a snowblower in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Most stores say they are now out of those machines that have become the workhorses of this winter season. Some stores are out of roof rakes too, and they aren't planning on restocking them.
The Ace Hardware in West Fargo and Lowe's in Fargo both say they're expecting a new shipment of roof rakes today. As far as snowblowers go, neither will be ordering any more this season. It's the largest grassroots food and fun drive in the state of Minnesota. The Minnesota Food Share March campaign is bringing communities together to help stock nearly 300 food shelves statewide.
And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner is live from the Dorothy Day Food Pantry in Moorhead as they're a part of this March campaign event. Good morning, Abby.
Yeah, good morning, Jordan and Lisa. This March campaign really is big. In 2018, it raised over $8 million for food pantries statewide, as well as 5 million pounds of food. And Dorothy Day House here on Main Avenue in Moorhead is just one of those food pantries that benefit from this. And I'm here with Pastor Sue Kesterman with the food pantry. And let's just talk about how impactful this March campaign is for the Dorothy Day House.
Well, it really makes a tremendous impact for us here at the pantry, at the house, at Churches United, and at the Bright Sky Apartments. We really depend on the support of the community.
But March isn't the only time that you can help. You can help all year round, from volunteering to even donating some money.
Absolutely. We can always use volunteers, and monetary donations make a tremendous difference for us. They allow us here at the food pantry to buy perishable items that we don't get in can form.
And you feed quite a few people here in the area.
We do indeed. We figure that at the community center at Churches United at the Big Shelter, we served about 82,000 meals last year. Here at the Dorothy Day Food Pantry, we served about 58,000 people in 2018.
Wow, so that just proves that really, truly a little can go a long way, whether that's donating some perishable items or donating just a few dollars.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us. Thank you. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. When it comes to planning a vacation, 28% of us have based our decision on where to go on this.
Well, the answer is, how it would look on social media. Got to worry about those likes and hearts, I guess. But anyway, you can play along every day. Just head to the Valley News Live Facebook page. And going anywhere besides being here right now sounds pretty good, Lisa.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty impressive pictures of the snow on social media.
That's true.
It's pretty cool stuff, even though it's been pretty awful to put up with here. Well, today we've got more cleanup to do, and we've got good weather for it. Temperatures will be on their way up to the 20s this afternoon, though it is pretty chilly this morning, and watch out for a little fog.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather.